Hey everybody, welcome to another round of the Canje Plays, and I am back for another round of role-player adventures. We're getting into Adventure 7, The Ghost Eaters of the Forgotten Forest. So, this book seems a little thick, so there's going to be lots of stuff. We've got some backstory stuff to go through from the add-on from the expansion to the Kickstarter. So, we'll see how that goes, and hopefully we won't die. So we'll see how that stuff goes. Hey, Sakabra, what's going on? Pull up a chair, man. You're always welcome here. So welcome, welcome. All right. So let me just set this real quick, and then we can dive into some info and have some fun. So let's get some information for Board Game Geek, then we'll dive down to the table. So, Role Player Adventures 8.4 on Board Game Geek came out this year, 2,325. So it's moving up. I think it was like 2,800 and something last time we looked. So it's kind of, hey Kale, how's it going? Pull up a chair. We have, it's best played 1 to 4 player. I personally think that 2 to 3 players is a sweet spot. Solo, you'll be controlling 2 unless you want to play true solo, to which that is considered a hard mode. Which you definitely can do. It is a thing you can do. Wouldn't recommend it, but it's a thing you can do. 90 to 150 minutes. It could go a little bit longer. Depends on the areas that you're in. Age is 14 plus, but 10 plus can play it, which is great. And the weight of it's about a 2.33 out of 5, which is true. It's a choose your own adventure game. it's the branching paths that you go to will lead to the same story, and it's a fail forward mechanic. So unless you die 10 times, you really don't lose the game. But the decisions and things that you make and the outcomes of your combat can determine what happens to you throughout. Designed by Keith, Peter, and James, which is great. Great group of artists gave you this wonderful role player work, and published by Thunderworks Games. Hey, Gigi, how's it going? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. All right. So let's get down to the table. I'll set the chat so I can spring stuff up if y'all want to chat to me, and we'll be good to go. So down to la table. That is not the table. This is the table. I'm already off to a good start today. Okay, here's the overlay. All right. There we go. Got it. Okay. Yeah, see? So just so if you want to see how it works, I do that. Then you get to see people pop up. Hey, how's it going, Scarborough? All right, so let's get on with the setup of the story and see where we leave off. Oh, before we begin, I want to say, by the way, before we begin, I want to say thank you to my patrons. I appreciate you so much, and thank you to my YouTube subscribers. We're getting closer to 700 subs, so once I hit 700, let me know what you want to see me do. Other than the 24-hour stream's not going to happen. The 5.5-hour one I did drained me the whole day, so I know 24 hours would kill me. Alright, so adventure map. Place the map in the center of the table, center-ish, right? Center adjacent. Place 1 XP on all lettered spaces. So we'll grab the XP tokens and do the setup as necessary. A, B, C, D, and E. Okay. Place golden XP back on here as indicated by the values which I've already done. Place the title cards, which we've amassed quite a few. Place our bonus play tokens, we've up to 3. Place the 3 favored markers. Remember, King's favor is at 5, Starlit Door favor is at 6, and Dragul favor is at -3. If we are infected, we are not, because we killed that vampire. Place each player's player hand here, and then take the tokens 1 through 4. Flip them face down, randomize them, and place them on the board. Hey, Brian, what's going on? Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. Alrighty. So we'll shake these up. Then I'm gonna reach in, try not to look. One there. I'm looking up, so I'm like feeling the bases to make sure I don't grab. Alright, so we got them all set. Cool, 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 cool. Alright, here we go. After your encounter with Elsafor in Bogru Swamp, you flee along Stone Pine Ridge to the Fallen Door at the edge of the Forgotten Forest, where you hope to find the lost castle Carlival, a lot of words, and hide from the gangs of bounty hunters on your trail. Falindor streets are silent. You creep forward with care. As you approach the city center, you are shocked to see hundreds of spirits wandering in and out of shops, drifting in slow circles through the crumbling market square. Only one living soul stands against them, a human woman with a simple wooden staff. She calls you forward and introduces herself as Zareth. Her forehead is marked in black ash with the eye of the starlit door. Slayer of King Turin and traitor to the crown, she says, smiling. Welcome to Falindor. There is something I would like to show you. Place the party marker at location A and read entry A. But before we read, we go to Willa, who has split personality going on. So it says, although the streets of Falindor are quiet, you hear voices faintly in the distance. Following the sound, you discover a large group of citizens gathered at the local tavern. Observing their meeting through the window, you discover that they are plotting a revolution against King Taron. With the rest of the town gone, they are free to plot insurrection. A large Bastia warrior discovers you and pulls you in through the doorway. All eyes in the tavern turn toward you. You have nothing to fear here, a halfling revolutionary explains. He introduces himself as Kieran. We seek only what is just, to end the Royal Council and place power in the hands of the people. I don't even agree with that. People in mass. Ugh. Madia is outraged. This is treason. Thaddeus is sympathetic. Revolutionary might bring disorder, but at least these rebels have the courage to stand up for themselves. Will we oppose the revolution? Or viva la revolution? Or offer to help with the insurrection? Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Adventure 3 is fun. So me personally, I agree that, a revolution every once in a while is a good thing. But for the people to place power in the hands of the people, no. Oppose a revolution. 7-2. So move your player alignment marker so we are lawful good again. When you threaten to oppose their plans, things become tense. A number of revolutionaries whisper among themselves. One stands behind you to guard the door. Fearing the worst, Madia yields control to Thaddeus. Of course we are sympathetic to your cause, he explains, but your numbers are too few. You should wait and build your strength. This seems to ease their concerns a bit, but their halfling leader is still irritated. If you don't have the stomach for the fight, he says, then leave. Though you leave the meeting in peace, Madia plans to send word to the local authorities about the revolutionaries as soon as the opportunity arises to do so. Thaddeus is aghast, but knows that there is little he can do to prevent her from doing so. Split player, record the personality trait Informant and gain 2 XP. So, I'm an informer. I'm ratting them out. Bring down the man! And gain 2x. We can use an item, rest, or move to another location. Well, we gotta read this before we do any of that. So, here we go. Yeah, I think that was it, right? Yeah, that was it. Okay. So, if there is no XP location, read A1. Otherwise, grab the XP. And this goes away because we finished that backstory. Snitches get stitches. Oh yeah, I'm that guy. I'm really not. Zareth guides you through Fandalor's winding streets, stopping only when you reach a large group of spirits gathered at the forest's edge. Staring into the crowd, you are shocked to see the ghost of King Terran among them. Last you saw him, the king was still alive, having escaped into a rift. Terran opens his mouth as if to speak, but no sound escapes his lips. A giant floating ball with several dozen eyes emerged from the alley. That thing. It drifts over the city streets, casting a long shadow. Spirits scatter in fright. The creature's pale skin reveals bulging blue veins twisted into a tight ball at its center. White tentacles extend outward from its core. Ghost eaters, Zara tells you. Don't interfere. I've been studying these creatures for weeks. As she says this, the disembodied head wraps its tentacles around the spirit of the king. Observe the ghost eater without interfering, or help King Terran. Oh. I don't know. She said, "Don't interfere to see what it does to King Terran, or help the king," which is a strength and wisdom check. Strength is 3, wisdom 4. Strength 4, wisdom 3. I'm gonna help the king. So it's a strength wisdom check that's gonna happen up, and it's A6. To Zare's disappointment, you charge forward, placing yourself between the king's spirit and the ghost eater. The strange embodied head unleashes a high-pitched scream. So this goes up 1. This goes down 1. If your king's favor is 3 or higher, then each player adds 1 stamina to their strength attribute from the supply. Sweet. Ignoring the restriction. We're doing might 3. That's a lot of dice. So we're doing might 3. And we'll see what will happen. This might have been a bad idea. This might not have been the wisest move. So this is 3. I get 8 dice to go through here. So I'm going to take... Well, we need some white ones. So I'm going to take 1 here. 1 here to get a white. I can add 2 more, so that's not a big deal for a bonus play. I need reds. I'm going to do 2 and 2 to get 2 reds. I need a black or a green. So I'll do 1 black. I'll do 1 more red. That's 2, 4. I'll spend... I could get 2 more white die. That's not a big deal. So let's get random for the rest. So remember, it's 8. Another red. So that's 2, 4, 6. So 2 more. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Do we have anything? Anything at all? 2, 1. I'm going to use my ability. Four. Bank. Okay. Turn any die into a blue or a purple. Here's my tick up red. I could tick up a red. So I'll do that discard, which is the Spike Club. It makes a red go up 1 or down 1. Well, for that 5, that'll work. This will go to 6. Okay. You are going to play this card, Revive, that gives me 2 white dice. And then we're going to see what we need to do to manipulate those 2. 2 6s. Takes care of that. I could flip that and -2 from that. I need a 3 somewhere. Okay, so we played 1 each. You could do something with green. Increase or decrease a die of your color class by 1 or 2. That would give me the black 3 I need. So I'll play that, which is grapple. Increase or decrease a die of your class color by 1 or 2. My class color is black. So this will go to 3. Putting it there. That's my 2 cards. Remember, I got the bonus plays. But let's see if we can manipulate these. I can flip a white die to his opposite side with knowledge. Flip a blue or white die to his opposite side. I'll flip this to a 1. And then our bonus play. I need to change any color to a white. That would be what I'd want. A white to any color. Any color to a white. Ooh, here's a flip one. This is a 2, isn't it? That's perfect. There it is. That's what I needed. So then I'm going to use a bonus play to flip to basically change any color to a blue or white. Well, I'm changing this green to a white. Haha! I get 2 XP for that fun. Jerk. Okay. So let's see what we get from this. You beat the Ghost Eater back. A2. The Ghost Eater floats high into the air, headed in the direction of the Forgotten Forest. The King's Spirit approaches you. He touches your forehead, and you feel a surge of mystical energy pass through your body. Reveal rare card 5. What do we got? Spirit's Blessing. Flip 1 player's class card face up. Ooh. I'm actually going to give this to him. Yeah, I'm going to give it to him because I could flip her card face up so she can do the double thing. That actually makes me stupidly powerful. Okay. Suddenly, an unseen force gripped the king's spirit. His mouth opens in a silent scream as the force drags him into the woods. A5. Vandalore sees few living visitors these days, Zareth explains. Besides you, I have seen other 2 expeditions. A group of satyrs set up camp in an ancient cemetery. They seek Carlaval, a castle built by the ancestors. The Duntum royal family traveled due east in search of the same prize. Their family ruled Carlaval since the Dragul were defeated in the First War. It would be better if neither party reclaimed the castle. A rift has opened there that has allowed the Ghost Eaters passage to our world. The Duntums will surely seek to close it. I am studying the magical properties of these creatures, and there is still much to learn. Zareth wishes you luck before disappearing into the forest. You notice she left a small leather-bound book behind. Flipping through it, you discover that it is the diary of Lady Dorothea Duntum. Reveal discovered card at 57. 57. That is not the side I want to see. 7. I did. That's fine. Because I'm smart. The diary doesn't cost anything to use it, and there it is. That's not good. So that go up here. Put back in the bag. Okay. If your entire party is exhausted, mark the death track and read the corresponding entry in the tome of encounters. We can use an item, rest, or move to another location. We're going to use an item, so we're going to read the book. A57. You skim through Lady Dorothea Duntam's diary for anything related to the town of Fandalore, finding a brief entry towards the beginning. Rumors of vast ruins and hidden treasure have seen 17 would-be adventurers into the Forgotten Forest in the past week alone. We have managed to locate 12, and only after a great deal of time and effort, I am not hopeful about the others. These woods are already chock full of spirits. We don't need to see any new members added to their ranks. Use an item or rest. I am going to rest using an XP, grabbing a die, rolling it for 4. 4, that back, and you fill back up. 3, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 3. You are 4, 3, 4, 4, 4. Oh, because of the extra. Yeah. And we get our cards back. Flip my ability over. And we are ready to dance. Okay, so we will move to another location. Well, we're going to head to this abandoned watchtower so we can get that XP. We're going to go here, flipping over for number 2. Home. So, if you have either of the title, Warden's Ire or Warden's Trust. I think we got Warden's Trust. Warden's Trust, yeah, because we snitched in the prison. I don't like Dragul, so we snitched in the prison. We got the Warden's Trust. So we've got the Warden's Trust. We're going to 7-5. A crossbow bolt whizzes past your ear and lands in the trunk of the oak tree, directly in front of you with a soft thud. Da-da-da-da-da-da. You turn to discover Warden Mercy standing a few dozen feet behind you wearing a dark olive tunic that blends in with the trees surrounding her. After loading a second bolt in her crossbow, she takes aim at your head. If you have the title Rioter, I don't think I do. I didn't start the riot at the prison. I wasn't for that stuff. Yeah, I don't have Rioter. So convince her not to fire, which is strength and charisma, or fight back. Yeah. Dang it, strength and charisma. That's a 4 and 4 here, and a 3 and 4 over there. A 3 and 3 over there. And this is probably going to be like a charisma 3 check. Let's give it a whirl. Be like, listen. Stop it. So we will not fight her, because she was our friend last time. So 29. Warden Mercy grips the trigger of her crossbow with her finger ready to fire. You place your hands in the air and walk slowly toward her. Perhaps you can convince her to lower her weapon. If you have the title Warden's Trust, each player adds 1 stamina to their charisma, ignoring. Ooh-wee! Yes. This is a game of being like, listen, stop it. We do have Warden's Trust. Add 1 stamina to their charisma attribute row from the supply, ignoring the usual limit. Persuasion 3. So lots of purple, red, blue, or white. Okay. Well, I don't have a lot to add purples, so we're going to do purple. And it's die 8 limit. Purple. And purple. red. Red. I'll do red from over here. Well, red. So that's 6. And then a white, 1 white. 7, and then rando. What do we got? A red. Okay. Alright, we got a red 5. We've got a purple 5. Ones that could be easy to do if I could get the purples. We got a purple 3. All I really need is a purple 2, and I'm good. I got it. So we just need to get a purple 2. Okay. You could decrease purple by 1, or we just won. I'm gonna play this card, Loyal, that turns any color to a blue or purple. I'm gonna play that to turn this red into a purple, which goes here. And then I'm just gonna use her ability, burning up 2 XP, returning it to the supply. And if you want to see her ability, it says return 2 stamina from your wisdom attribute row to the supply. Choose a value, change all dice in the dice pool to that value. So I'm changing all dice to a 1. Then boom, boom, boom. We're done. We get 2 XP. And I'm supposed to flip this over. Okay. That works. That works. I got the 2 XP already. Oh. Wait, is this the combat? Where am I? She puts down the crossbow, A31. I let a traitor to the crown escape from Coolback, she sighs. In its entire history, I am the first warden of that prison to fail. I have been tracking you for weeks. My life has had no other purpose. Now that I have you in my sights, I find that I'm not equal to the task. I cannot explain it, but I'm convinced of your innocence. I can't promise you the same for Gundar, your goblin friend. If you have the title Warden's Ire, return it to the deck. If you do not already have the title Warden's Trust, reveal it. We'll already have it. She grasps your hand in hers and presses it tightly. You will think me mad, she says, or a fool, but I swear that I thought I saw King Terran himself in those woods. Not his body, but his spirit. Surely it cannot be a coincidence that you had led us here. Perhaps there is a way to speak to the king, to understand the true circumstances of his death, or even to restore him to the land of the living. With that, Warden Mercy disappears into the tree. So I can rest or move to the next location. We're gonna take a breather. One of these. That's good. 2, 4, 6. 2, 4. 3, 4, 4, 4, 3. And those 2. Abilities back. I get my 1 card back. We've only got 2 fatigue in here. So we're doing alright so far. Doing alright. Okay, so we move to our next location. This has been beaten. We're going here. So we're going to the woods, B. If you have either of the keywords deserted or Duntum, I do not. If there is no XP at the location, there is, gain the XP. And before we read, we got another split. Not split, this one is Excuse me. Patrician. Patrician 7. Pelegrin circles in the sky above you. When the falcon lands, you remove the small message tied to its neck. The letter carries ill tidings. Your father has died. Unexpectedly, he has left no will. As the oldest surviving heir, the entire fortune falls to you. Though Eunice offers her complaint about the current state of affairs, it is clear that your father's true intent would have been to leave his wealth in your hands. It seems only right that you forfeit the inheritance. On the other hand, a life of wealth and luxury is not without its charm. Such a fortune would bring enormous power and influence. So, should I give your inheritance to your sister or assume control of the estate? I'm going to give inheritance to your sister. I think. Do I want to keep it for myself? Should I keep the cash? Nah. Give my inheritance to my sister. So my alignment moves up 1. I'm already at the top. I should have said keep it for myself. You pen a letter to your sister stating your intention to renounce your claim to your father's fortune. You write eloquently in your efforts to explain your decision. Patrician players record the personality title Fortuneless. I left that family for a reason. I didn't want any money. Meanwhile, I want money. Fortuneless. I'll have to rewrite that after because that looks terrible in my scroll. It says, after reading the conclusion of this adventure in the storybook, return to the backstory codex and read Patrician End. If you have the keyword convinced on the party journal, you may use an item. I don't. Rest or move to another location. Oh wow! So it wouldn't have would it have continued? Oh no, it would have ended here. So rest. Oh, I already rested. Move to another location. Nope, we're gonna stay where we are. So after we finish this adventure, I gotta read the Patrician End on there to see what happens. Alright, so we're at B. The trail curves around the shallow creek toward a crumbling watchtower. There is a small encampment between the tower and the creek. There are a dozen or so human men and women camped here. A few servants tend to a pot of stew bubbling over a campfire, others do laundry near the creek. A full suit of gold-plated armor awkwardly trudges through the grass in your general direction. A man's muffled voice calls out to you within the golden helm. Greetings, travelers! Please! Before he can finish his sentence, the man trips over a rock and falls flat on his face. His armor is so heavy that he has trouble getting back up. Never mind, he calls. I'll be all right in a bit. While the man struggles, you notice a woman in fine dress standing behind him, an arrow notched and ready in her bow. If you have the title Lady Amelia's Secret... Okay, so we've got some stuff here. Lady Amelia... That's her daughter. That was her daughter. What do we have? Lady Amelia's Sorrow is what we have. We have her Sorrow. If you have the title Lady Amelia's Secret, go here. If you have any of these titles, Lady Amelia's Sorrow, Secret Corpse, or Corinna's Fire, B4. You recognize the woman pointing her bow at you as Lady Amelia. I've learned what happened to my daughter, she says, and I know it was you. Don't deny it. She kicks the suit of golden armor, keeping her arrow aimed at you. Get up, she says to the gold-plated man. He slowly rises and removes his helm. It's Duntum. Oh, gosh. This dude. Okay, so what do we got for Duntum? The only Duntum thing we have Duntum's Return and Duntum's Acquaintance. So, if you have either of the titles, Duntum's Investor or Duntum's Return, go to B6. Okay, so we're going to B6, this guy. Under the golden helm is none other than Jeremy Duntum. He lumbers towards you with a smile on his face. Sorry about my cousin, he says. She is going to insist that you do as she says, but perhaps I can talk to her. You have done much for me. Lord Duntham turns to Lady Amelia to plead your case. She is momentarily distracted. You notice Lord Duntham's satchel lying behind him on the ground with a rolled sheet of parchment sticking out of it. Help Lord Duntham read him with Lady Amelia, or grab the satchel and run. I'm gonna help him because he's been helping. Hey, Nova girl, pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. So I'm gonna help Lord Duntham reason with Lady Amelia. B9. She is just grieving. Strength and charisma. You and Lord Duntham attempt to reason with Lady Amelia so that she might treat you as a guest rather than a prisoner. If your king's favor is 4 or higher, mine is at 6, then each player adds 2 stamina to their charisma attribute row from the supply. Well, alright. Charisma's going up. Okay. Just add 2. Yep. So we're doing Persuasion 3. Oh, look at that. So once again, we're back to the purple, reds, and whites. Okay. So let's get our purples going. And finally get into the purples that we own. 3 purples, reds, and it's 8 dice limit, so. So it's 2, 4, 6, 7. And 1 white. It's a white or a blue, and I'm gonna go with white. So that's 6, 7, and rando. Ducky. All right, let's see how we do. Okay, so what do we got? We got red 1. I think that's all we got. Ooh, this one's gonna be tougher. Okay. I mean, we've got 3 free plays. So let's see what we can do. We can do Spike Club to take down that 6 to a 5. We'll discard that. Take down the 6 to a 5. Actually, no. We're going to take up this 4 to a 5. If I could flip that 6, that'd be great. Now let me this. Do the rando. Another white die. 3 going in the pool. Wait, did I move that? I moved that. Yeah, because it was 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. All right. So how do we manipulate these dice? What can I do with purple? I could flip everything to a 1, use my ability again. So I can double use my ability, which means I just need to get 1 color. Yep. Okay, so because this card says, where is it? Flip 1 player's class card face up. So that one will happen. So I've got 2 uses of that. I can get the 1s, easy peasy, which means I need a 5 and a 3 of some sort. So what can I do to mitigate purple? I could change that with loyal. I could change that one to a purple. But do you have any other mitigation? I could tick up to get the 2. So these 2 can get it. So I can make this a 2, make this a 3, and then double use, and I'm good. There we go. Alright, so we will do it in that order. So my first play was that. My second play is to use Loyal to make the 5 a purple. Bonus play 1 is going to be to use the... actually, before I do the bonus play, that's my 2. I'm going to use my ability, getting rid of 2, to return 2 cards, to turn everything to a 1. Yes. It's like, no, I screwed up. No, I didn't. I'm going to use my Ruin Bones to show you that one, to make any color a 3. So I use my Ruin Bones to make this a 3. Then I should be able to use the bonus play to get the last. Yep. And then I'm going to use a bonus play, use Quarterstaff, take this up to a 2. Boom. Got it. Aha. E. I didn't even have to do the double flip. That works. Okay, so that was Persuasion 3. Lady Amelia relents and puts down her bow. Lady Amelia unnotches her arrow and returns it to her quiver. Perhaps you will be useful for our cause, she says. Lord Dunton explains. We are in search of the lost castle of Carnival and have only this map to guide us. He unrolls a piece of parchment and shows it to you. It is completely blank. The ink is invisible, he explained. It requires the illuminating stone to work, but the stone has fallen into the hands of our enemy. Lady Amelia tells you that the satyr have stole the stone. They stole it, she says. Find them and bring the stone here. You will be rewarded. Record the keyword convince. Okay. If you have a keyword mission, which I don't, I am going to rest. I got a lot of stuff on me. Ooh, I rolled a 1. That's not good. 1 comes off, 1 comes off. This back. And I think I didn't get rid of the XP for it. So we've got to use a lot of stuff. That's $1.25 staff. I see what you did there. 5 there. 5 there. And refill. Three, 3, 4, 4. Go back over here. Cool. I rolled a 1. Cool. So I got 8 health off. Okay. Alrighty. So let's take a look. Let's use that book, 57. E57. You open Lady Dorothea Dunton's diary and skim for anything related to the Dunton family, finding a brief entry titled Toward the Middle. Jeremy is half as clever as his sister, but twice as confident. Annabelle has a sharp mind, but a soft heart. She agrees with everything Jeremy says, no matter how ridiculous. I fear he will not be wise enough to rule, and she does not have the will or the discipline. But one of them must sit on the throne in Carnival when their father and I are gone. Use an item or keep brief. Okay, so I don't know if I'm ready to go to the Heart of Forest. I'm not ready yet. I'm going to go back to Vandalore. Because backtracking usually leads to selling stuff. So, If there are no XP at location A1, you return to the city haunted cobblestone streets. Zareth, the only living inhabitant you met here, is nowhere to be found. Okay. So I'm gonna rest again. I rolled a 1. Fuck. Come on! Come on! Ugh. Okay, let's move. Come on. 2 1s. As the path veers sharply left, you suddenly discover 3 spirits standing in the road: a satyr, a human, and a bostja. There's a joke in here somewhere. All dressed in mining gear. They're battling a ghost eater whose thin tentacles are attempting to ensnare them and drain their essence. Finding yourself caught up in the battle, you are forced to pick a side. Fight with the spirits against the ghost eater, or fight with the ghost eater against the spirits. We're going to fight with the spirits against the ghost eater, which is strength and con 7-7. You turn toward the ghost eater and ready your weapons. The satyr, human, and bostja spirits join you in the fight, but soon all are entangled in the creature's ethereal tentacles, and you can feel its strange force rendering your spirit from your flesh. If 2 or more favor markers are on the 1 space or higher on the faction track, each player adds 2 stamina to their con attribute row. So if 2 or... Let me make sure I read the FAQ. I stole that joke from Daffy Duck. Let me check the FAQ. So, role player adventures, Underwater Games, just to make sure there's nothing screwy happening here. And we're looking at adventure. Okay, so no, everything's good here. Looks like. All right, cool. So it says, if 2 or more favor markers are on the 1 space or higher, each player adds 2 stamina to their con attribute row. Ignoring the limit. Ignoring the usual limit. And then we're doing Endurance 3. Lots of green. And remember, I'm at 7 health here. Oh, 7 of 23. So, lots and lots of green. Well, green is something I can't manipulate a lot of. So, we're going to get all the greens we can. We're going to get all 4. So I'm just going to grab 4 from here. And 4 from here. Just get all 4 greens. And then we need reds. So 2 and 2. Get 2 reds and 1 black. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. And 1 rando. 2, 4, 6, and 1 rando. Make it a green. Make it a green. Or we might be out of greens. Come on. Come on. What do you got for me? A red. Too bad. Ooh, 2. Make that a red and not that be my problem. I just need a 6 and a 4, and I could use her ability twice. So let's see what we can do. Let's try to get that 6 and that 4. What can we do with green? Decrease a blue or green die by 1 or 2. That could get me the 4. And flip. There we go. We just won. So, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use Sling, and Sling says decrease blue or green die by 1 or 2. So I'm going to decrease this to a 4. And then the other one is the runic necklace that says flip or reroll a green die. So I'm going to flip this 1 to a 6 for my second. Then I'm going to use her ability, spending 2, to turn everything to a 2. 2, 2, 2. Boom. Pow. Done. Done and done. Alright, so I got the 2 XP. We seeded, so it says you break free and defeat the Ghost Eater. 7-9. You hold your spirit fast to your body, resisting the Ghost Eater's pull. Its tentacles release you, and you drive the foul creature back into the woods. The spirits of the miners float towards you. They attempt to speak, but you cannot hear any words escape their lips. The gratitude, in any case, is evident in their eyes. They point to a bare patch of gold and mime swinging their ghostly pickaxes. After a few moments digging, you find a buried coin purse. Gain 3 gold. I'd love to spend it. We can rest, move to a new location. I'm going to rest, this time spending 2 XP, just in case I roll 2 1s. 10, sweet. So, 5, 6, 1, 2. 5, 6, 2, 3, 4, leaving me with 4 health. 2, 4, 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, and 3, 3, 4, 4, 3. Put these back over. Yep, cards back. Curds. Alright, cool. Put these back. This is done. And we can carry on my wayward. Okay, so we'll move to the next location, which is C. If you have either of the keywords abandon or satyr, C2. If there's no XP, otherwise gain the XP. You hear music coming from the woods. Peering through the trees, you discover a group of satyrs dancing around the crumbling tombstones of an ancient cemetery. As one plays the pan flute, another sings in accompaniment, and the others clap their hands, stomping their hooves in celebration. They place a stone at the foot of a satyr statue, and it radiates with magical energy. There's something entrancing about the music. Well, they stole the stuff. I don't know what to do. So we can either join the dance, introduce yourself in Dragul Common, or wait for an opportunity to steal their magic stone. Dex. Dex is 3, 3, Int is 3, 4. Let's wait for an opportunity to steal it. Let's try that. Let's wait for an opportunity to steal the magic stone, C5. The satyrs begin arguing amongst themselves. One complains that they are wasting time and should press forward into the Forgotten Forest in search of Carnival. Another warns that without the map they seek, they will become lost in the woods and never find their way to the castle. While they are distracted, you attempt to steal their magic stone. So this is Test City. Gotcha. Thiefcraft, 3. No greens, no greens, no greens, no greens, no greens, no greens. Okay, 1 green. Alright. So lots of black. Okay, so Let's see, what do we need? We need black, blue, green, and white or purple. Well, we've got a blue that we can use, so we're good. But we need black, so let's do 1, 2, 2 black. I can add another black die if I need to. Purple was purple's charisma, right? 2, 1, 2 to get 2 purple. Green, definitely need to grab a green. And a white. Yep. No. Let's get another purple. I'm going to be able to proc that ability twice if I need to. That's those 2, 4, 6, 3, 6. So yeah, I just didn't get an extra black. So rando on 2. 1, sweet. 2. Okay, that'll work. That'll work. What do we got? 4. 4, 2. Flip that. Convert that and try to make one of these into a 6. So we could decrease this by 2. Automatically, we're going to use the sling to decrease a blue or green die by 2. That's just happening. Turning this into a 2. So we got to have something that we can flip. We can flip a black die, so let me hang on to that. Let's see what you're going to do. What can you do to a white die? I would just flip it to 5. Increase it by 1. Oh, or you don't have to. You can haggle. I can make a 2, a 4, or a 6 of any color. Got it. So haggle says I can make a 2, a 4, or a 6. So I'm going to use haggle to turn this into a 6. And then I'm going to use sense evil to flip a black or a red die. So I'll flip this to a 6. And we're done. Wow. Wow. Okay. So we do. And it says, you sneak away with the stone, C6. You place the stone into your satchel unseen and slip into the woods. A few moments later, you hear shouts coming from the satyr camp. They've discovered that the stone is missing and have abandoned the cemeteries to search for you in the woods. Reveal discovery card 6. Illuminating Stone. Costs 1 stamina to use it. Okay. These weren't burn cards, I get those back anyway. Record the keyword abandoned. Okay. And if you have the keyword deserted, go to C15, which I don't. So we are going to rest again. Then 2 again. Grab 2. 7. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 4. Okay, get everything back. We didn't use any abilities. Put all the stuff back. Basically, all the XP I'm gaining, I'm giving right back to rest. Okay, so Then we move, before we move, well, it says move to another location, so I don't get to use an item yet. So we're going to the River Trail D. If there's no XP at this location, D1, otherwise collect the XP. Okay. The trail crosses the river over a stone bridge. Before reaching the embankment, you discover an old carriage. One of its doors have been torn off and is half covered in mud. Vines and grass coil through 3 very rusted wheels. The 4th nowhere to be seen. Rummaging inside, you find a music box. Reveal discovery card 96. That costs an experience, fatigue to use as well. A pig pushes its snout through the mud near the river's edge. It is covered with dark spots, but one particular catches your eye. It resembles a black swan, this pig again. Straying out a little too far into the water, it is swept away with the current. You watch as it kicks violently, letting out a flurry of squeals and high-pitched shrieks. You also notice something shiny beneath the mud where the pig was digging. Whatever it is, it won't long before it is also swept away. Damn it. So dig up the shiny object or save the pig. I'm gonna save the damn pig. Damn it. You dive into the river and are carried off by its current. You search for any signs of the pig, finding none. The river widens and deepens as the current carries you downstream. You notice a series of underwater caverns below you. Taking a deep breath, you dive after the pig. Gain 3 XP. I'm only going after that pig because there's something about that pig. Reveal discovery card 40 and place an XP on it. Something about that damn pig. The Underwater Caverns. This is at 4-3, so that would be here. Here. Okay. Place an XP on it. And move to location for F. Okay, so I automatically move there. I'll have to come back and do a lot of stuff here, so we're going to lots of stuff. If there is no XP at this location, otherwise grab it. Otherwise, collect the XP from the location and continue reading. You dive into the river and swim towards the underwater caves. Pulling yourself through a winding maze of limestone, the underwater tunnel eventually leads you to a rocky shore inside an enormous cavern. Many spirits have gathered here. Their blue and white spectral forms radiate with a soft light that bounce off the rocks and the surface of the water. Otherwise, the caverns are pitch black. If you have the title Blood Letter, do I have that title? Nope, I do not. If you have the keyword muddy, I do not. Otherwise, continue reading. You find the pig with a black spot shaped like a swan trampling through the shallow water. The spirit of a child sits next to the pig, laughing and clapping her hands with delight. She's not a pig, the ghost informs you. She's a girl like me. She misses her family, especially her brother Jeremy. She's a Duntum. Damn it. Oh, she's so much fun. I'd rather she stay here, but she wants to find her family. Reveal discovery card 91. We've got the pig. Don't let that free bacon get away. So we've got the pig. Where are we at? Okay. Where are we here? Use an item, rest, or move to another location. We don't need to rest. We're good. Well, let's take a look at the pig first. You release the pig Wait, you release the pig and it immediately races towards the spirit girl sitting by the tide pool. The young girl cackles with delight as the pig splashes through the shallow water. The girl attempts to hug her new friend, but her intangible arms pass right through the pig's flesh. What a silly little thing you are, the girl laughs. The pig entertains her for a bit before leaping back into your arm. Okay. Let's read the book. So, you open Lady Dorothy Dunham's diary and skim for any entries relating to those underwater caverns, finding one toward the middle. It was the height of arrogance for my father to allow the caverns beneath the Forgotten Forest to be mined for precious gems. It was only a matter of time before tragedy struck, and no words of comfort will help the families of the fallen. I hope at least that their deaths were quick. We have contained the most dangerous spirits in stone warding circles, but I fear it will not be enough to prevent them from, or their descendants from seeking their revenge. Okay, let's use the book on the pig. That doesn't cost any stuff, so $57.91. You flip through Lady Dorothea Dunham's diary and search for any entry related to pigs. Discover the following. I had asked my son Jeremy to take his sister to the halfling town of Jolev. Several years ago, a witch's curse turned Annabelle into a pig. Pig named Annabelle. Ah. She still bears the swan-shaped mark she was born with, but she is otherwise unrecognizable as my daughter. Jolev is rumored to be home to a powerful healer. I prayed to Azima that they can help her with it. So she is Annabelle. That'd do, pig. That'd do. Let's read the book with the Illuminating Stone, and that's going to cost us both one. So $57.60. Flipping through Lady Dorothea Dunham's diary, you find a brief passage about the Illuminating Stone. All lights reveal truths that would otherwise be hidden. The Illuminating Stone simply reaches further into the darkness than others. I can see why the allure of finding another like it led my father to open the mind. Okay. Did we really check out? We haven't really had a chance to check out the stone. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to check out the stone. Another fee. Check out the Illuminating Stone. It glows brightly, lighting up the cave. Briefly, you see the image of miners chipping gems off the walls. The cavern shakes and collapses around them, burying them in the rubble. When the vision fades, you search the cavern, discovering skeletal remains. Some of the corpses carry mining tools and other equipment. Near the bodies, you find a few gems. They are likely to fetch a fair price. Gain 2 gold. It's not free bacon. Oh, it can be free bacon. So we can use another item or rest. What if we shine the Illuminating Stone on the pig? I'd have to take another, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I could just rest afterwards. Let's do that. Shine it on the pig. 1690. You cast the light of the Illuminating Stone upon the pig. For a moment, the creature seems to morph into a young woman with long black hair. She wears an emerald green dress and a tiara studded with red rubies assembled in such a way that they resemble the petals of blooming flowers. She smiles at you and curtsies before vanishing without a trace. The pig returns and stares up at you with a mixture of confusion and sadness in her eyes. Alright, we're gonna rest. Of course it is. Of course it was a 1. Game hates me. Alright. So we can move on to another location. Keep trying stuff. Let's move back to the river trail. See. If there is no XP at this location, read D1. You pass the old carriage half buried in grass. One of its wheels is missing and the others are rusted with age. When you reach the river, the trail crosses a stone bridge. we can use the Illuminating Stone here. What the heck? So that is 6 each. Great. Great. You hold the Illuminating Stone next to the abandoned carriage. For a moment, you see it as if it were new, in perfect condition, horses pulling it down the path. A man and a woman seated inside are dressed like nobles. A young boy drives the carriage and whips the horses. After a few seconds, the vision is gone. Okay, then let's read the book. 57. You open Lady Dorothy Dunham's diary and read the final entry. For all these years, the woods have been our protector. No army and no bandits could disturb Castle Carl of Laval, because none could find it. Now the forest will be our undoing. It was the spirits who took the Illuminating Stone. They startled our horses and knocked over the carriage. They escaped with the stone and the map to the castle. I can only hope our children one day recover them. Otherwise, our family will lose its claim to Carnival. The forest holds horrors, and we are lost without the stone to guide us. Lady Dorothea Dunham. Okay. I use the Illuminating Stone here. What if the pig ain't gonna help. Pig's probably gonna be a pain in my ass. Alright, let's keep trucking. Let me rest one more time. This is my own fault because I rolled like crap. 3. That's better. Alright. Let's get the hell out of here. I'm gonna move here for 3. You can hear the roar of rushing water through the trees, but soon the path before you bends and the sound of the river fades. You find yourself in a small clearing. There is a young ghost sitting on a rotting log, her face buried in her hands. When she sees you, she looks up with swollen, pleading eyes. Please help me, she says. You notice that the log is surrounded by a circle of polished white and black stones. Each seems very intentionally placed. I can't leave the circle, she explains. So. They said that they warded away the spirits in the diary, the horrible spirits. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Remove the stones or leave them be. I don't know what to do because in the diary it was saying it was the spirits who took the Illuminating Stone. They startled our horses next to us. So where did she say? She said somewhere that she placed like the worst ones. They escaped with the stone and mapped the castle, and they hoped to survive. For all these years, there would have been now. Somewhere in here, in the diary, she said that the worst have been surrounded, have been trapped by stone. And it's a little girl crying. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No. You stay right where you are, jerk face. And we're gonna go to 718. I'm not buying the little girl crying at. I can see through all that Maybelline. Alright, so let's see. You decide to leave the stones just where they are. Whoever has found a way to trap the spirit here has probably done so for a reason. The ghost glares at you. Filthy mortal, she sees, her whole spectral body trembling with rage. Petulant ball of flesh. Don't you stand there. Don't just stand there. Move the stones! As she continues to berate you, you hear a rustling through the trees. A giant floating head covered with eyes emerges and snarls at you. Thin, noodle-like tentacles extend from its semi-translucent skin, stretching out as if to latch onto you and drain your spirit. When the ghost sees this beast, she begs for you not to let her die a second death. The creature approaches and attempts to wrap its tentacles around you. Resistance 3. Reds, blues, and purple and white. Okay. So we need reds. That's just a thing. That's just gonna happen. 3 and 3 just to get the 3 reds. Blues are intelligence, I believe. So We could do the 3 blues. Are the blues in here? Jeez. And then I'll get a purple. And then a rando for the last. So that's 3, 6, 7 last random. Red. Okay. Flip this and be okay. I need to tick this up. Get those going. So I can decreasing a blue or green die. Nothing of what I want to do. Die. Right. Alright, okay, I could tick up that red to finish it off. So let's use the spike club. Tick this up to 2. Purple. I take purple down 1. That's not what I want. I need to do blue manipulation. Blue, 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 blue. I can flip a blue to its opposite side. 5. Ooh. That would be good to get the 5. And I can flip a 1 or 4 with entrap. That would be a 6. So you will be able to help me. 5. Oh, reroll. Increase black or purple. Not using the chisel. Hanging on to the chisel for the final fight. So let me hang on to that. Let me see what you can. So this is taken care of. We've got this, this, and this. Let me use this to get a rando. Okay. Goes here. I'm going to swap that 3 in a second. But I want to see what I can do. I can make any color into a 3. Oh, you've got knowledge, which wouldn't be a burn. So I'm going to use knowledge, flip this to a 5. Okay. Then I could use this to turn that blue to a 3. The Rune Bones turn any color to a 3. I'm going to do that. I'll flip this, turn it to a 3. And then we just need to flip a purple. Black. Anything just 6. Turn purple into any color. Or just use her ability, but I'm trying to see if I can make this happen without doing it. I mean, I've won. I'm just trying to see if I can flip a purple. I can re-roll a purple. Black. I have a lot of purple mitigation. Huh. Didn't know that. Okay, so then I'm going to use her ability. 1, 2. Flip everything to a 1. Huzzah! Okay, so where are we? You hold your ground. 723. You stand strong against the Ghost Eater, and it floats back into the forest. The spirit smiles at you. Now, she says, free me. Remove the stones. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it. I don't know. I don't want. No, she said she demanded I free her. You don't demand from me. No, no, you're not getting freed. How dare you? What? No. So 3. Um, leave them be. Deal with it. 26. When you refuse, the spirit becomes angry. You dare? She rages, but you decide to ignore the rest of her obscenity-filled speech. Her rant fades to silence as you travel further and further down the path before you. Soon, all you can hear is the sound of the wind passing through the trees. Each player, increase your wisdom attribute score by 1. So my wisdom is at a 5. Well, I'm going to be resting, so I'm going to get all the stuff back. Increase your wisdom attribute score by 1. So wisdom goes to 5. I tried me. Now remove the stones. Kiss my butt. Quote Bart Simpson. Ugh. Oh. You're at 5. And I'll put all those back in this thing. Like I said, I'm gonna rest because I can rest. And you go to 4. Player. Wonderful. Yes. Okay. Rest. Yes, we are going to rest. I am going to spend 2 XP to do so. 7. So 1, 4, 7, leaving 3. 4, 7, leaving 3. Flip back over cards. Okay. And I need to cross these out because I completed both of these. A, 7. And we power back up. 4. 3. 4. You are 3. 4. 5. And okay. Get all our cards back. And we're good. Okay, so it says we can move to the next location after that. Which we'll be moving to E. Heart of the Forest. If you have the keyword Carnival, nope. If you have the keyword Study, nope. If there's no XP at this location, nope. Otherwise, gain the XP. I shouldn't have come here yet. I should have gone back around. You enter a large clearing in the forest. Strangely, the area is almost perfectly square with the trees lined up neatly to create clean edges. The thick, dewy grass is peppered with red and yellow flowers. Zareth, the woman who greeted you in Fandalore, stands at the center of the clearing next to a small black cat trapped in a cage. When a ghost eater emerges from the forest and moves towards the bait, Zareth retreats to a safe distance. The cat hisses fiercely, but Zareth observes the scene without emotion, carefully analyzing the ghost eater's movement. A long rope is attached to the cage's latch. So either I study the ghost eater with Zareth, or pull the rope and free the cat from the cage. I mean, we'll see what happens to the cat. So I'm gonna study the ghost eater with Zareth because I think if I keep interrupting your experiments, my starlit door is just gonna keep ticking down and down. So let's do study the ghost eater with Zareth. D2. You stand beside Zareth and watches the scene unfolds. The ghost eater approaches the cage and circles it as if uncertain about its prey. Then the ghost eater's thin tentacles float through the bars and wrap around the cat. The cat hisses at first, but then stares stares blankly at its attacker as if paralyzed. A few minutes later, the cat's spirit is ripped from its body and slowly absorbed into the ghost eater. Fascinating, Zareth whispers. Ghost eaters can rip the souls from the living. Hypothetically, if the spirits were not consumed, perhaps they could be reattached to their body. If you have one or more boxes marked on the death track, I do. Read E7. Zareth studies you for a moment and her eyes widen. It seems you have somehow gained Cathra's favor. Tell me, Zareth asks, did she give you a gift? If you have the title card Empty Vessel. I don't think I do. No, I don't. I didn't die enough for that. Otherwise, keep reading. Zareth fishes an orb out of her pouch containing a compressed little creature you recognize as a fiend. I pay handsomely to be able to study any others like it. If you have any rare cards that begin with Fiend of, you may return any number of them to the rare deck and gain 4 gold for each return. I think I have one. Yeah, I have Fiend of Ineptitude, and I spent the other one already. I think that's the only one I have when I died, because I spent the other one. Yeah. I don't want the 4 gold. Sorry. Nope. It says you may. If your Starlight Door is 4 or higher, it's at 4. You may ask Zareth about her research. So let's go to E4. Talk to her about it. Zareth's eyes light up, excited that you would ask. I find it curious, she says, that the dead separated from their flesh sometimes remain here in Ulos rather than traveling to Moti, the plane of death. How do they remain? Why do they remain? And what about this particular force makes this phenomena so common here? I've been researching these questions for many years, and now suddenly a rift to Moti opens right here. Death's own servants have come to collect these wayward spirits. What can it mean? Zareth is lost in thought for a moment, considering the wondrous possibilities of undiscovered knowledge. When she comes to her senses, she hands you a scroll. It isn't much, she tells you, but it should be of some help, I trust. Reveal one random scroll from the scroll deck and add it to one player's hand, and record the keyword study. So, scroll deck. Okay, so scroll deck. One random scroll and give it to somebody. Let it be green. Mitigation, please. Shuffle it up. And we find domesticate. So add a random die and set it to 6. We'll give that to Willa. And record the keyword study. Okay. We want to use an item or rest. We don't need to rest. We're good. So let's read the book. E7. You're curious to see if Lady Dorothea Dunham ever encountered Zareth, and if so, what she thought of her. You uncover the following description. There are many witches who have set up shop in Fandalore, but there is a few who would who bring with them the notoriety and talent of Zareth the Endless. So named, she is rumored to have lived for over 300 years. When I first met her, I was impressed by her bluntness and simplicity. Her potion shop was clean and sparse with only a few choice items displayed for sale. She has moved here, in her own words, to be near the spirits. I'm content to remain ignorant of the details of her obsession with the dead. Okay, so let's Let's do this one by the numbers here. So let's use the and the Illuminating Stone. You skim through Lady Dorothea Dunham's diary in search of an entry related to the Illuminating Stone and stumble upon the following passage. I held the Illuminating Stone up as I gazed into the mirror this morning, and was started back at, and what stared back at me was someone I didn't recognize. Wrinkles, spotted skin, gray hairs, thin, frail hands. So many lines burrowed beneath my eyes that I lost count of them. If the stone reveals the hidden reality in all things, then, of course, it could only reveal this. I am mortal. I will one day grow old and die. How foolish of me to think I could reveal any deeper truth than this. Okay. That costs. We got the stone. We could forward the story by going back to the abandoned watchtower. I'm just more. Let's use the stone on the music box here. It's gonna be 2 fatigue, so 1, 3, 4 fatigue. So that is 69. You hold the illuminating stone up to the music box. The stone radiates with light, and in a brief instance, you see a gnome at a workbench putting the final touches on the figurines within the music box with the tip of a thin brush. He examines his handiwork through a magnifying glass. You recognize the gnome as Gimlix, who you first met in town. Okay. Alright. Alright. Let's take a rest. Get rid of some of this. 3. Go 2. So we're back where we started. Okay. Alright. Let's head back to the abandoned tower this way, doing this. Number 4. If you have the title Zalek's Law, Zalek's Executioner, Grix Spectator, or Warden's Killer. So, we're looking for Zalek. What I have of Zalek? Zalek's Witness. Zalek's Law, Zalek's Executioner. Nope. What about Grick? Grick Spectator or Warden's Killer? Grick Soldier. That's it. So I don't have any of those titles. You hike for quite some time, only to discover that the path has led you in a giant circle. There are small wooden signs nailed to many of the oak trees along the way, but you can't make any sense of them. Some point left or right, but others point upward towards the sky or down to the ground. A few are engraved with strange symbols: a flame, an owl, an eye, or a sword. If you could make sense of these signposts, maybe you could find a better route through the forest. Alternatively, you could break from the path and push your way through the thicket of trees and bushes in the hopes of finding a new trail. So it's either we push through the thicket and find a new path, or interpret the signs, which is int and wisdom. Int 4, wisdom 4, int 3, wisdom 5. I don't like using wisdom. I would only be able to use it once. 1 from here, and then I'd burn the rest this way if I want to do that. Let's interpret the sign. So dumb of me. I should push through. I should push through. I could interpret the signs. I think I'm gonna push through the thicket and find a new path. Strengthen deck. Screw it. So that's 3 and 43. Advance to 72. I'm gonna push through the path. 72. 21. We're explorers, damn it. 720. The tree line is thick here, and pushing your way through slows down your progress significantly. Force 3. Red, black, green. Okay. So we need 3 and 3. No bow to doubt it. So we'll need 3. And we'll need 3 black. Three, and then 1 green. And then a random. White. Say 4. 4. And 3. Got a 4. Okay, this can't be too bad. I'm going to use Spike Club, take down this to a 2. Then we just need a 1. And I think I got that one. With, where's that? Increase. That's increase, not decrease. Flip a 1 or a 4 to its opposite side. Increase of blue and green. Roll. Down. Increase or decrease. There it is. And there it is. Grapple. Increase or decrease the die of your class color by 1 or 2. And grapple. Taking you to 1, from 3 by 2 to 1. 2 XP for it. Alright. You hold your... Nope, that's not it. The tree line's thick here, and pushing through slows you down. You discover a new trail. 737. You push your way through the woods and eventually discover a new path. Perhaps this trail will lead you to the castle. That's all it says. It says I would have discovered a new trail, though. Come on, really? You discover a new trail, then go to 737. And that's all we can do. So I'm going to rest. Those 2 that I gained, I'm giving back. Those are the reasons why. Those are the reasons why. I roll like that. 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 4. I've had the same. Okay. Stuff back. I don't know why I rolled dice. So then move to the next location. So all these have been beaten. Going back to B. If you either have the keywords deserted or Duntum, if there's no XP, go to B1. Lord Jeremy Duntum and his cousin Lady Emilia are seated in the grass near the crumbling edifice of the watchtower. They're examining a black piece of parchment by holding it up to the light of a lantern, as if there was a secret message that might be revealed. They greet you warmly, but ask immediately if you have returned with the Illuminating Stone. Steal a blank piece of parchment. Fight him. No. I'm going to... We can further the story, but let's do the pig first. You set the pig loose, and it immediately runs into Lord Duntum's arms. Annabelle? You found her, he shouts with tears in his eyes. She doesn't remember who she is. Lady Amelia explains. The scroll we have can't work if she refuses the transformation. She'll need something to trigger a powerful memory. Lord Duntham turns to you. Annabelle's my sister, he explains, cursed to this form by a witch's spell. If you find something that could help her remember her true form, we would be forever in your debt. Use another item. Diary and the Pig. 791. Lady Amelia rushes over to the pig. Annabelle, she exclaims. You hand the diary to Jerry Duntham, who studies it carefully. Annabelle is my sister, and Lady Amelia is our cousin. Lord Duntham explains. My sister was cursed to this form by a witch's spell. To return her to her true self, Lady Amelia tells you we need something that will help her remember who she is. This diary won't help us. There are my aunt's memories, not Annabelle's. Make sure your cousin comes to no harm. Wait. She saw the dancing thing. Let's do that. 1 and 1 to do the Illuminating Stone and the Pig. 6091. 6091. Hand the pig and the Illuminating Stone to Jeremy Duntham. When you do so, something strange happens. Instead of a pig, you see a young woman with long black hair. She and Jeremy bear a striking resemblance. Annabelle, Jeremy gasps as he attempts to embrace her, but when he does, the image of the young girl vanishes, leaving the pig in her place. Dang it. She liked to. Let's use the music box in the pig. 9196. You hand the pig to Lord Duntham, who embraces her as he whispers, Annabelle, oh Annabelle. Then you hand the music box to Lady Amelia. She loved this music box, Lady Amelia says as she examines it. That's good. We need an item she had a powerful emotional attachment to for the spell. She immediately cranks the key and opens the lid. The pig snorts cheerfully at the sound of its music, then Lady Amelia hands you a scroll. You have a strange bond with my sister, Lord Duntham explains, gesturing towards the pig. We think it is best if you read the words. That will return her to her true form. Huh. Con. Int. We can make it work. Cast the spell. Or maybe Lady Amelia needs to do it. Let's do cast the spell. You take the scroll from Lady Amelia and begin reading the words aloud. It will take extraordinary concentration to cast the spell successfully. If your Starlight Door is 3 or higher, then each player adds 1 stamina to their Wisdom row from the supply. Cool. Wisdom is good. Introspection. Introspection 3. Okay, so we are blues, I think, green, white, and red. So let's get all the blues. Well, no. Let's get 2 blues. Not all the blues, 2 blues. I think that's blue. If it's not, don't blame me. I can't see. We're gonna get 2 greens. And I gotta keep an eye on my health. 5, that's 13 so far. So I'm down to 10 health. 1 red. 9. And 1 white. 8. And then random. 2, 4, 6. 2 random. 7. 8. Hey Seth, how's it going? Pull up a chair. Alright, what do we got? This is a cock die. 2. Red 2 would have done it too, so it didn't matter. I'm going to use my ability. Grab a card. Sweet. And then I'm going to replace that red. So I'm going to replace this. That's a green. It's okay, I'll take this. I'll replace it with this 4. 4 there. Okay. Okay. Decrease a blue or green die by 2 or 1. Oh, that's the worst. Oh. I'm going to do this using my sling to decrease this one by 2, taking it to 4, 3. And then I'm going to use her ability to change everything to a 1. 1, 1, 1, and 1. Yeah, 1, 1. Then I just need to convert something to white. Here it is. Steadfast. Convert any color to a red or white. Yoink. Got it. Got it. So that's 2. I got it. Okay. Hey, we completed it. Alright, the pig is returned to her true form, B18. To your amazement, the pig begins to transform. Jeremy drops her to the ground. Annabelle's skin bubbles like water set to boil. Ew. Her snout shrinks and reshapes. Black hair quickly sprouts from her head, weaving its way down her back, and she moves from all fours to a crouch and finally to a standing position. A face and body emerge from the shapeless flesh. A young woman wearing an emerald dress with bare feet and a golden tiara steps forward. Annabelle, Lord Duntham cries. He grasps her in his arms, sobbing. Lady Amelia turns to you. Thank you for bringing her back to us, she says. Please accept this as a token of our esteem. Gain 3 gold. Return discovery card 91 and 96 to discovery deck. I'm useful. 91. 96. Record the keyword transformed. Okay. We are going to rest like you would not believe. I'm actually going to burn 3 on this one. 3. So 6. 1 leaving 2. Four. So it's only 2. 3, 3, 4, 5. That. Get this back. Alright, we're in a better place than we were before. Okay. And now we can use an item, which we are. We're going to do the Illuminating Stone on the map, because we don't have the map. So Illuminating Stone's 60. Lord Jeremy, Lady Amelia, and the other members of the Duntham family gather around you excitedly. So you've brought us the stone, Lord Duntham laughs. I knew you would. I always said so, didn't I, Amelia? Ignoring him, Lady Amelia holds the Illuminating Stone next to the parchment, and it glows faintly as lines of black ink begin to appear on its surface, tracing a map of the Forgotten Forest. B97. Interestingly, the ink continues to move. Clusters of trees suddenly change locations, winding past straight to bend a little further to the left or right, and Castle Carnival itself seems to slowly drift across the page. Our family will not forget this kindness, Lady Amelia said. The Duntham family scrambles to collect their supplies, leaving the camp mostly intact. They shuffle off into the forest in the direction of the castle. Reveal discovery card from discovery deck 60. Already did. Oh, return. Return 60. Duh. Return 60. Reveal 20. Return 60. Reveal 20. And add an XP to it. Wow, it's all green. It's all green. Because that's what people use nowadays. It's all green. Let's see. There you go. Ancestral Castle. So, for here. Okay. Wait. 3 square. Oh, yeah, 4 square. Okay, and put an XP on it. Okay. For the keyword Duntum. Did everything we're gonna do. So let's kick it in. And go to G. If there's no XP at this location, otherwise gain the XP and read on. Okay. The castle is made from obsidian and shards of green and gold glass that sparkle in the sunlight. Two giant doors of the main entrance creak open, revealing an enormous grand hall with an interdimensional rift, crackling with black energy at its far end. On the floor, you discover King Terran's body, cold and pale but perfectly preserved. He is missing the pack he had when he entered the rift in Sebek. Terran's spirit enters the room and, to your surprise, re-enters his flesh, causing a reanimated King Terran to sit upright, gasping for breath. When he sees you, he scrambles to his feet. Then he removes a small golden ring from his pocket, places it on his finger, and closes his eye. Hold still, he commands. Record the keyword Carlaval. Carlaval? Examine your faction track to see which favor is highest. If 2 or more are tied for highest, the track closest to the top of your priority journal is considered highest. If your king's favor is one or higher, and your king's favor is your highest, it is, go to G2. When his eyes open again, King Terran appears pleased and slips his ring back into his pocket. I see you have remained loyal to the crown, he says. Let me show you my gratitude. King Terran produces a vial from his pocket and uncorks it. A lovely aroma fills the air and you feel restored. Each player add 4 stamina to any number of your attribute rows from the supply, ignoring the usual result limit. 4? Damn! Okay. It says each player, yeah? 3, 4. Okay, so it says each player add 4 stamina to any number of your attribute rows from the supply. Huh. Well, you're going to get to strength and dex for sure, and charisma, and then you have 1 more. Let's boost con. Justin, you're going to do dex, con, and wisdom. Okay. You may have heard that the immortal knight has gone missing, the king tells you. I sent him to explore other planes, and he never returned. I journeyed to Afril in search of him, but fell through a rift to Moita, the plane of death. Before I could make any progress, you saw the result. The king twists his torso and cracks his back. Oof. It's hard to be dead all day. If you have the keyword beetle... Nope. Otherwise, continue reading. Suddenly, 3 ghost eaters emerge from the rift, and King Terran draws his swords. Kill them, he commands. If you have the keyword Gasto... Nope. Go to G7. The Ghost Eaters drift forward slowly and slightly apart so that they can surround you. As they stare you down, it feels as though life is being sucked right out of your body. Their tentacles glow faintly blue and crackle with electric energy. You ready yourself for battle. If you have the keyword satyr, if you have the keyword duntum, which I do, go to G13. Before the Ghost Eaters have had a chance to strike, the Duntums emerge from hiding, led by Lord Jeremy in his golden armor. When he sees King Terran, he drops to one knee. Get up and fight, you idiot! The king shouts at him. Lord Duntum scrambles to his feet, his face red with embarrassment. Amelia Duntum lifts up the Illuminating Stone, and its light becomes increasingly radiant. The Ghost Eaters appear confused and disoriented. If you have either of the keywords wound or offense, nope. As the Duntums charge forward, their swords swinging, the dimensional rift expands. It will not be long before it consumes the entire castle. Oh boy. So we've got a big fight ahead of us here. Alright, so we're going 17 for the Ghost Eaters, and they are powerful and surprised. Okay, so Ghost Eaters. So 2 greens. Oop, sorry. 2 greens, purple. Oh, I only say purple because it looks different from the others. White, blue, and white. They hit hard. Damn. Okay. So that's who we're fighting. And they are powerful and surprised. Okay. So, powerful adds a blue and a purple to them. And surprise says, during this skill check or the first round of this combat, all stamina spent to add dice to the pool is returned to the supply instead. Sweet, so we're not going to take any damage for that. Okay. So we're going all out. That's what's happening here. We have 6 combat dice that we can use. Well, we're going green and green. For sure. So 2 greens. We're going 3. So, wait, green and green, that's 2 dice. Then we're going 1, 2, 1, 2 for blue. That's 4. And then we're doing purple. 2. That's 6. Alright, that's our 6. I'll add the whites in. Here we go. Go there. Here. I'm going to use my ability. This is a 6. Okay, let's mitigate, shall we? So I flip you to a 5 and you to a 6. I gotta find a way to flip. I gotta flip for purple. I thought I had a double flip for purple. I can get. Alright. First, let me see if I had the double flip for purple. I'm gonna add the white in a second. I thought I had a double flip for purple. Add a double tick for purple, not a double flip. Damn, a double flip would have been perfect. Okay, so I'm going to use Revive to add 2 whites to the mix. Come on! Alright, so that sucked. We need to cover up that blue 6. Can you tick up a blue? flip a blue. Make anything blue. Here it is. You're going to spend the Ancient Spear, tick up this blue to 6, so I don't take 4 punches to the face. That's your 2. Alright, what can you do for me? Decrease the blue or green by 2. That would only take you 2. But I can swap out, which is what I will do because I haven't done it yet. I don't know if I want to do that yet. I haven't swapped out yet, but I will. I would use that to get the 1, but let's see about 5. I take up a white. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to swap out this. Take it up to 5. Okay. And I don't care about that. I need to be able to flip a purple and flip a white. I can flip a white. Flip that white to actually no. I can use your ability to get the 6s. No need. I could use your ability to get the 6. I need a green 1, a purple 5. A purple 5, more importantly. Increase a black or purple by 2. I would just get me to 4. I could re-roll. I can add another purple die. I can pick 1 up. So I could do these 2 to get that purple 5 with an extra play. Okay, so let's do it. So I'm going to spend this first, the Ancient Tome, goes to spend, to tick up this 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to spend the bonus play to Unholy Flail to increase it by 2 more. 5. Okay. So I've got 2 more bonus plays left. What can you do? I just need this purple to a 1. That's all I mean the green. So I'm gonna let me do this now to get this out of my head. I'm gonna use my ability for 2. Change all these to 6s. Sorry, to 6. Then boom, boom, and then do I have a flip for? I do. I do. So then I will use my another bonus play to use the runic necklace to flip this to a 1. Man, that's strategy. That is strategy right there. And if you'll say, well, you can only play 1 bonus play, that's okay. I'd use my other ability to flip that over to use it. But I think you can play as many as you have bonus plays. Let me verify to make sure I did not cheat, because I will hear about it if I did. So let's see. Bonus plays. Here it is. The player may spend bonus play tokens from the party journal to play more cards beyond the play limit. When the bonus play is spent, any one player may play an extra card from their hand. After a bonus play token is spent, it is placed in the fatigue box of the player who played the extra card. The player may also activate their class abilities after a player accesses. So, yeah, as long as you have them, you can use them. Smoke them if you got them. Smoke them if you got them. Cool. Hey, we won. We won in 1 go. All right, so you defeat the Ghost Eaters. G17. First round, what do we get for it? I get 1, 2, 3 XP. Let's see, you defeat the Ghost Eaters. 17. You drive the Ghost Eaters back through the rift. Lord Dumpton follows them to the other side. He returns with a backpack and hands it to King Terran. Immediately, the rift seals closed again. Digging through the pack, Terran finds his crown and Dragolium's sack. I use my crown to open a rift homeward from Moti? What? The plane of death. He says, powerful objects always find their way home. While the king busies himself with his pack, Lord Dentham approaches to give his thanks. We could not have done this without you, he says. You've restored our family to its home and to its proper rank within Nalos society. I will return this kindness in any way that I can. Just name your price. Come on, man. So either, because I am in a weakened state, I could try to convince them to share the castle with the others, or ask the Duntums for gold. I just don't. I would need a rest. I might be able. It's a strength charisma. Ooh. That might be a hard sell. That might be a really hard sell. I got one bonus play. Huh. I don't have my ability, so I'd kind of be winging it. Ask the Duntums for gold, or convince them to share the castle with the others. I don't know. I don't know. Really don't. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Should I? Just don't know. Should I just ask for money, or convince them to share the castle with the others? This is gonna be hard. I've used up a lot of my cards, and it's what? Is it con? Is strength and charisma? I'm probably gonna try yet to convince. Shit. Maybe I could excuse my language. Maybe I could I'm not gonna make that check. I just like is a persuasion 4. There's no frickin' way. Let's try it. Let's try it. There's no way. Okay, let's try it. Put this back. I said I was gonna do it. I don't want to backtrack because I saw what it was. There's no way I'm gonna make this work. I am too busted up. Oh my gosh. I am so gonna fail this. Powerful. Alright, here we go. Persuasion 4. Oh my god! There's no way! Look at this! Are you kidding me? Alright, so whatever, we're in for a penny, right? So we'll do 2 purples. We'll do the 3 reds. $10 limit. I can reflip your ability, so we could do 1 white. So 2, 4, 6. 4 random. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Jesus. ridiculous. Any purple. Any purple will do. Alright, I just need to get a 5 on a purple, and then I got it. That's pretty much what it is. Flip one player's class card face up. I'm going to spend that immediately to flip yours. So the one's covered. The ones are covered. Now, I just need to get a purple 5. That's all I need. You're going at the bottom. I'm not going to be using you anytime. You're going at the bottom. Going at the bottom. Going at the bottom. So are you. So are you. I can add a purple die for my second. I got one more die to play for you. But for you, we got the 2 reds, we got the white, and we need a blue die. What can you do? Can you get me a purple 5? That's the important question. Can you get me a purple 5? I can add a die of any color to make it purple, but I could turn a 1 into a 5 if I could get a 1. Okay, can we do that? Can you tick down a purple? Ooh, because I think I used that card. I did use that card. Increase. There's the tick down. Shoot. I can make this work. Let me think. I'm going to use the Grim Taker to add a random die, which is going to be blue. Okay. Then I'm going to use my ability, my last 2, to turn everything into a 1. Placing stuff, placing stuff, placing stuff, placing stuff. And then final card. Do the Jade Gauntlet if I'm... Examine! Yes! Examine! Turn a 1 at any 1 to a 5. I did it! Oh my god, I did it! Whoa, that was awesome. That was awesome. Add 2. Okay, so you are able to convince them. Go to G24. Lady Amelia scowls at you, but King Terran appears impressed. Peace treaties can be rewritten, he says, lines on a map redrawn. The castle was never a strategic asset. We could allow the satyrs to stay here, not as rulers, but as the diplomatic representatives of the Dragul. In doing so, we concede nothing and may prevent a long and costly conflict. And if they agree to our terms and murder us in our sleep, Lady Amelia asks. Well, King smiles. I will know whether or not they can be trusted, he says as he pats the pocket where he stashed his ring. He turns to you. Best you must serve as our negotiator. Continue G25. Surprising enough, you make a compelling case that Carnival should be shared. Speaking privately with both parties, you bring them together for a summit of sorts in the Grand Ballroom. By the end, King Terran, Jara, and the Duntums have all signed a treaty meant to last for the next 1,000 years. Reveal title card 59. Oh, I cannot believe I made that work. Are you kidding me? Peacemaker. the name of a blade? Thanks to your intervention, the Satyr and the Duntums have formed an uneasy alliance and now share the castle. It may mark the beginning of a new era of friendship between the kingdom of Nalos and the Dragul. Peacemaker. I get 1 from here, 1 Dragul, and -1 Starlight Door. The end. Your quest is complete. From now on, when a choice indicator gives you the opportunity to move to another location, you may instead turn to the end. I'm done. I am done. No. I'm done. I turned the girl back from a pig into a person, and we won the castle. Wow. Okay, so let's end this bad boy. We're going to the end, and we got 2 endings to read. Powerful surprise. So I'm just trying to read this through here. So we go. If your king's favor is 1 or higher, and your king favor is the highest, it was 1 or higher, and it is the highest. I got a G2, which then led me to G7, which had me Duntum to G13, which led me to defeated to go to G17, which convinces go to G21, which pass goes to G24 to 25, the end. Okay. Make sure I did that right. Maybe. I've already done everything. I think I've done everything. I think I'm done. I'm out. Out. So your adventure in the Forgotten Forest has come to a close, and your attention turns to 3 pressing facts. First, that you are wanted for the murder of the king. King's here. Second, that the king is, in fact, alive and well. And third, that he seems to have little interest in having his identity revealed to the world. Strangely, he asked you and everyone else who's seen him to keep his return a secret. I understand this puts you in a difficult position, the king tells you, but you must trust me. If you have the keyword transformed, and either of the title Duntum's Cleared or Peacemaker, reveal title card 62. I do have both of those. I have Peacemaker and Transform. Siblings reunited, and it feels so good. Annabelle and Jeremy were happy to be reunited, but a new sibling rivalry quickly set in. You left the Forgotten Forest without knowing who would take charge of the Duntum estate. Are you kidding me? Don't worry. Okay, so let's see what we got. What titles did you earn? Peacekeeper. An uneasy routine takes hold at the castle. The satyrs rise early, making a joyous racket in the kitchen and bursting into song. The Duntums spend most of their time dressing and undressing for meals, apparently terrified of being seen in the same outfit twice. On the rare occasion when the 2 groups find themselves in the same place at the same time, they take turns breaking the awkward silence with jokes about the castle's decor or the weather. We got Siblings Reunited. Annabelle and Jeremy are inseparable at first, each singing each other's praises, desperate to spend every waking moment with each other. Before too long, however, you notice signs of an old sibling rivalry resurface. Though the youngest Annabelle is better at just about everything and Jeremy grows irritated and resentful, the rest of the Duntum family takes sides, whispering gossip about one sibling in the other's ears. The quest to find Annabelle united to Duntum family, but her return might tear them apart. I don't have Cat Rescuer. I don't have Destroyer Carnival or Haunted Castle or Possessed or Annabelle's Revenge. I don't have Go to User's Mark. I don't have Know the Tribe. I missed a lot of stuff. I have Duntum's Acquaintance. When word spreads that you met Lord Jeremy Duntum, a number of locals begin following you through town, asking you questions about the man's physical prowess. Based on rumors that he spread throughout Fandalore, it is true that he can crush a man's skull with his bare hands, one of them asks you. I heard that he sliced off the head of 3 satyr warriors with a single blow, another asked. They refuse to leave you alone until you give a brief account of Lord Dunton's appearance and mannerisms. They appear disappointed by your candid description. Am I infected? No. Examine your faction track to see which favor is highest. Huh. I'm curious about something. Sorry. I'm not going to go back. I'm just curious. Okay, it is what it is. Alright. Examine your faction tracks to see which favor is highest. If 2 or more are tied for highest, the track closest to the top of your party journal is considered highest. If your king's favor is 1 or higher and is your highest, which it is, ending 1. You and King Terran travel together for many days and many nights. You avoid major cities and inns, choosing instead to sleep in a tent far from the road so that your party is not discovered. In time, the king tells you, I will reveal myself and you will have my pardon. But for now, it is best that my enemies believe me to be dead or lost in another world. If you have the keyword beetle, I don't. By noon the next day, you smell the sea air and hear strange music. That song, says Terran grimly, means they've already begun their spell. He points to the horizon where you see dragons circling a distant peak. Vivrandore, Queen of Dragons, is here with her brood. It's our job to silence their song. Each player, you may now advance your character, clean up the adventure. You're done. That was Ghost Eaters of the Forgotten Forest. I missed a lot. I missed a heck of a lot. So we get to advance. Let's see what we got. 2. And we got the market shops and stuff that we could buy stuff with. I've got money for days. So let's do this. So we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 XP. How much to increase the combat dice limit? Because I feel like I'm going to need 10 billion dice. Let's see. The party's combat dice limit. Current combat dice limit plus 5, which would mean 11 to make it 7 combat dice. I'm mad at that. I have 15. I know I'm going to spend 1 each for health. So I'm going to boost their health up. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for an XP bump, which leaves me at 2, 4, 6, 8. I can boost an attribute, can I? I've been okay so far without an attribute bump. So, combat dice to 7, huh? Let's see what we're dealing with. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that would be enough. So 5 plus this would be enough to get me to 7 combat dice. Let's do it. Let's do it. 7 combat dice it is. Going up to 7. I don't need the bonus limit. Push 3 is more than enough because it says current play limit 2 plus current limit 5 plus 5, so it would have been 10 to boost that up. But we are going to increase both of our healths by 2, going up to 25. So that's all I'll use those 2 for. So we're going to 25. $25 each. Now it's going to cost 2 to keep raising it up. That's 25 for you. We've hit the cap, so now health raises is going to be 2 XP per. We've hit 25. Good. we got the boosts. We definitely got the boost from whatever we were doing, so that's why upping them is not too bad on my agenda. But we do get to buy market stuff. We do get market stuff. So let's get the market. Okay, so we've got. Let me make sure I do the right one. Prepare the market. We're doing armor, weapons, skill, traits, and scrolls. Okay. Hold this back. Close this so we can see it all. I have the money to buy things. I want to buy things. We've got the Mystic Robes. Oh, that is green mitigation. We've got Tremor and reds. We've got Search, flipping 2 whites. Not that big on my agenda. The armor interests me so far. So far, I'm interested by the armor. Oops. Okay. What do we get? Courageous. Anything could be a green or... That's big. That's real big. Okay, green mitigation and blue mitigation are what I'm really looking for. And finally, the weapon cards. Alright, what do we got? A harpoon, which is ticking up black. Not that great. Alright, how much money do we have? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 gold. If I'm an orc, this gets -2. I'm not, so I'm going to spend 6 on courageous. This means I could turn anything into a green. I'm actually going to give that to her. So that's 2, 4, 6 gold. Okay. The Mystic Robes have a reroll of a blue or a mitigation. Blackwood doesn't bother me. Adding 2 reds might be fun, but if you buy it, it would be 3 gold for the search. If we have 7 left, I can make this happen. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, that'll work. So I'm going to do 4 for the Mystic Robes over here. And then this one is 8 minus Wisdom. You're going to be getting it. So 8 minus Wisdom of 5 is 3 for the search. Leaving me with 2 gold. That's it. That is it. We bought a lot of cards from the shop today. Alright. So we have finished adventure number 7. That is done. It is done. Okay. Alright. So let's go up, have a chat, and we'll talk about what things are to come, because the next adventure... Oh, we're not done. Oops, we're not done. Forgot. I was supposed to read Patron's End. After the conclusion of this adventure in the storybook, return to the Backstory Codex to read Patron's End. Which Patron's End do I read? Let's see. Patron's End. Telegram lands on your shoulder and you remove a small scroll tied to the falcon's neck. It is a reply from your sister to your most recent letter. If the patron player has the personal title Fortuneless, Patron's End 1. In her message, your sister insists that she is not deserving of your generosity, but you can tell that she is relieved to discover you have left your parents' estate in her hands. The moment you have need of funds, she adds, please write to me. Continue to Patron's End 3. When you glance up from your letter, a cloaked figure stands on the beach in front of you. I have been watching and waiting. The snake-faced woman explains, listen well, it is time for you to receive my judgment. If you are playing with dual backstories and your other backstory has not ended, continue to the final entry below. Otherwise, this is Patron. I am. So if you're playing with the dual backstories and your other backstory has not ended, continue to the final entry below, the complicated legacy. Nefrid bids you a safe journey, and you are left to ponder her words. You rejected the life that your father wanted for you, yet you still bear your family's name. Whatever legacy he had, for better or worse, lives on through you. So I have to wait until the next judgment. See what happens. Oh. Yeah, so Patrician is done. I still have to do Transported, which is 9 and 10. So the reason you're like, why are you doing dual legacy? So for people who are just joining, because they're going to be like, you can't do dual legacy when you can't triple stamp a double stamp. When I started the game, I started true solo. I played one character. I did dual legacy, which I got the Patrician and the Transported story. After dying twice and realizing that I was playing the game on hard mode, I had already completed some missions, but I pulled in a new character. What does that mean? That means that I could no longer do dual legacy, but because I was already halfway into it, I was like, I'll just keep going with it, and that's just how it's going to go. Okay? So I need to conclude Transported to see what happens next. I wonder what I would have had. I ended up being lawful good. Yeah, lawful good, not lawful. It'd have been interesting to see what those cards were. It said I would have gotten 2 cards, 58 and 62. So once I finish up Transported, we'll see what we get. But that is the ending of that. Okay, let's head up to the top. Alright, everybody. That was a playthrough of adventure number 7, what's it called? Ghost Eaters of the Forgotten Forest, where we find out the king's alive, and the Starlight Door is starting to like me less and less. But who cares, because they destroyed a city. Tomorrow, I'll be getting into adventure number 8, which I don't know the name of right now. It's about dragons. So I'll be getting into adventure 8. That's tomorrow. Wednesday, I'll be playing Unsettled, Winora Task A. Thursday, I'll be playing, Steven and I will be playing Gloom of Kilforth. And Friday, if my crew is available, I'll be playing Gloomhaven Digital. And then Saturday is painting, and Sunday will be probably Unsettled again, Task B. So we'll see how that goes. So that's coming this week. It's going to be fun. We're going to have a lot of fun doing some streaming and having a good time. Other than that, that's all I got. Enjoy the rest of your day. It has been a blast having you with me at the table. And if I made any mistakes, put it in the comments below. If you like what you saw, give me that thumbs up, that like. If you want to see more, subscribe, and let me know what you think. Other than that, that's all I have. So have a good day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Insert comment here. Bye, everybody.